Welcome back, children. Last class we studied about two different types of actual argument, that is positional argument and default argument. Today I am going to discuss about keyword argument and variable length argument. Keyword arguments are the named arguments with a value is assigned in the function call statement. Keyword arguments are the named arguments and we can give a value for that argument in function call statement. In default argument, we given a value in formal argument. We given the default value for the formal argument. But in keyword argument, you are giving the value in function call statement by using its corresponding argument name. I'll show you one example. See that I just written one example here. Limit m comma n. Definition is this one. Limit function name is limit m comma n. And see the function definition. Limit 10 comma n equal to 20. Here the default value is given in the function call statement. In default argument, we are giving the default value here in the function definition. But here, you are giving the default value here in the function call statement. Now, what will happen means, when you call this function, the 10 is passed to m and n equal to 20. That's 20 is passed to n. The actual n value is passed to n variable itself. See the second function statement, function call statement. N is 50, m is 40. I just use the order, I just change the order of the variable. N is 50 and m is 40. Here n is passed to n variable itself. M is passed to m variable itself. It's not changed its order. It's not passing based on the order. It's not passing based on the positional order. Here what I written is n equal to 50. So n is passed to n variable itself. And here m equal to 40, it means m is passed to the m variable itself in the formal argument. See, I'll show you one example. I'm going to just display two different values. Def displays the function name and two values a comma b. A and b are the actual arguments. Print. I'm not doing any calculation, just displaying the value. Value of a is, then same way b is yes. Now I am going to call the function display. I am passing a equal to 10 comma b equal to 30. So a is passed to a itself and b is passed to the b variable. So if you are using the keyword argument, then formal argument and the actual argument must have the same name. Then only the keyword argument will pass its value. Now see that I'm just run the program. The value of a is 10 and b is 30. There's no calculation, you're just displaying the value. Now I just give a second, I'll just give a message here. It is a second call. I'm calling the same function second time. Second call. This is just a message. And just call the function display. I'm just reversing the order. B equal to 100 comma a equal to 300. This is the way I'm going. Here also the b is passed to the b variable itself and a is passed to the a variable itself. It is not passing according to the position. So here b is passed to this b and this a is passed to this a. So that what we are expecting, value of A is 300 and value of B is 100. Just check it in the second call. In the second call, see that second call, value of A is 300 and value of B is 100. So that is all about keyword argument. You are giving the default value by using its argument name itself. By using the argument name, you are giving the default value in the function call. That is known as keyword argument. And the next type of argument is variable length argument. Variable length argument. This is an example for default argument. This is a text message. See that. I'll explain this one. After that, I'll explain the variable length argument. A and B. A and B are the two arguments. And just printing A, comma, B. Function call statement. First, you are passing hello. Hello is passed to the variable A. And B equal to Dina. The value of B is Dina. So, you are expecting the output hello Dina. And the second call, I just written B equal to Rahul and A equal to hello. Its order is reversed. So automatically this B is passed to this B variable itself and A is passed to this A variable itself. So you will get the answer for the second call, you will get the answer hello Rahul. In the same order it is passing. So that means B is passed to B and A is passed to A. But in the third call, I just written A is Python, B is world. A is Python and B. A is passed to the A variable and B is passed to the B variable. Print A comma B means you will get the answer Python world. Try out this program in Python. One by one, first write the first call statement. Run the program. Then after that you type the second call statement, run the program. See, individual call statement, use it and run the program. You can see the difference between the output. Right? Now, next is variable length argument. Variable length argument means you can pass any number of arguments. You can pass any number of arguments and depends upon the number of argument, it will accept the variables. I'll show you one example. See that variable number of arguments can be passed to the function and variable length arguments are declared with the star symbol or asterisk symbol. Variable length arguments are declared based on the symbol asterisk. See, one example is written over there. I'll try out one program here in Python itself. It is variable length argument. It's variable length argument. Okay. See, I'm defining the function disp. Just only one variable star D. This is the way variable length argument is declaring. You have to use a star symbol. For K in range D. For K in range D. Or for K in D. Print K. You are just displaying the value of K. Next, I'm going to call the function disp. Calling the function disp with one argument. You are calling the function disp with one argument. See, when you use a star symbol, that represents it is a variable length argument. So only 10 is passed to D. And using this for loop, we are extracting 10 from D and displaying. So just run this program. Print. It must be inside the bracket. Yes, only one value that is displayed there. Next, I am going to call the same function second time. I'll give a message here, print second call for the same function. It's a message. When you call the same function second time, I'm passing two values, 34 and 67. Just see the answer. See, both the values are displayed here. So these two values are stored inside the variable D. Both the values are stored inside the variable D. Just try out another method. Print. Third time I'm calling the same function. Yes, third call. Disp. I'm passing 34, 4, 6. Yes, this much of values I'm passing. All the values are stored inside the variable K. And from all the values are stored inside the variable D. And from D, you are extracting one by one value by using for loop and just displaying that value. Just try out. Just check it, the third call. Inside the third call, you can see all the values is displayed here. So the same variable, the variable D is accepting multiple values. So this type of call is known as variable length argument. There's no fixed number is there. You're passing any number of values. All the values are stored inside the variable D. And one more thing, I will show you the type of the variable D. What is the type of this variable? What we studied, a variable can store only one value at a time. But when you call this is the way when you call the function, it's storing multiple value into the same variable. So when you use a star sign in the function actual argument, when you use a star sign in formal argument, what is the data type of that variable? What type of variable is that one? That we can try out, we can find out by using the type method. We studied the type method in 11th standard. Type of D. Just try out what's the type of D. What's the type of the variable D? Just check it. How this variable can store multiple values. See that the type of C is tuple. C is a tuple variable. That D is a tuple variable. That is why it can store multiple value at a time. So D is a tuple. So whatever the value you are passing, it's storing inside that tuple. That is all about variable length argument. So what we studied in today's class, variable length argument and keyword argument. Keyword arguments are the named arguments with a default value, with an assigned value in the function call statement. Now, variable length argument can be passed to the function. Any number of argument can be passed to the function, but the variable length argument must be declared by using a star sign in function definition. The formal argument is declared in the form of a star sign. Or by using a star sign, you are declaring the formal argument in function definition. So that is all about different types of arguments. Just recollect what you studied, different types of arguments. Two types of argument, actual argument, formal argument. Actual arguments is again subdivided into four different types: positional, default, variable length and keyword argument. Okay children, just try out all these programs. Thank you.